Hello, Mario. Shubatov.
So what's up? Enjoying the snow still?
Not yet, not yet.
Oh,
Couple
okay.
hours.
When are you coming back?
Tomorrow, hopefully,
Okay.
we get out of here.
Cold, right?
Very cold. Very, very cold.
Do you have family there?
No, we took our grandchildren for they have a yeshiva break. So we
Oh,
take them for their bar mitzvah trip. So
oh, okay.
Washington's a good place to take them. There's so much to do.
That's true.
Yeah. Where are we? You at the base?
Yep.
Mario,
Beautiful. What's
What
not?
off, Walter?
Shavua Tov. Hello, Abe.
How are you
How are
doing?
you?
Good, good. Hi, Abe. How was Shabbos?
I'm good. Very nice. Very nice. That was good. Always nice.
Hmm? Okay, good. Where is our fearless leader?
I don't know.
Okay, so
Disappeared.
Shavua Tov.
So what over?
Good work. Good work.
Okay. We are on Yud Aleph Amid Beis, 11b on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to back to our old friend Pigel.
hold on a second, Ernie.
Yes,
Steve Uretsky asked me if you can send him a link for the Zoom because he wants to come on the Zooms for the Daf Yomi and for the Shiurim. So he wanted you to send the link.
Mario?
Well, I cannot send him. I cannot add him in the Daf Yomi because Johnny is the administrator. For the other two, I can.
But wait a minute. Can't he just go Zoom and put in the
Yes, he can, but then he won't get any news from us if the date changes and so on.
It needs to be on the WhatsApp.
well, that's he wants to get the videos of the shiurim, but he could join tonight with just 353-080-1275 with the password.
Yeah, but he won't
Yeah, I
get the
know.
notices.
Say it again.
He
He won't
won't
get the
get the
notices of
notices,
time.
Johnny.
Well, so you'll put him on tomorrow. We'll put him on.
Johnny will put him on, that's all.
Okay, what's Steve's number?
Here, his number is,
Let me see. I have one here.
I'll give you his number.
Uretsky.
Here.
I have 202-5267.
I don't think that's his number.
323.
I have his email.
Hold on, I'll get it for you.
I have his email.
I'm sure that the number I have is still on.
Oh, here's Johnny. So, Johnny,
Yeah.
we need you to add somebody to our WhatsApp, to the Daf Yomi WhatsApp group.
Steve,
Steve Uretsky. I'm going to give you his number right now.
Can you text it to me?
Walter, what's the number?
What?
Johnny, I'll text it to you. His mobile number is 323, correct, Mario? 323-202-5267.
202, say it again.
323-202-5267.
Yes.
that's the one I have.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll send it to Johnny.
Thanks.
Okay.
Very good.
And then Johnny sends it. Tell him he can join right away, I suppose. I'll see something.
One second.
I can do it I'll do it in the novice here.
Johnny, did you get it?
I just got it, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, guys, I don't want to disturb anymore.
Okay. That's
Okay.
it.
1 second.
So I added it on rails to the novice here. Now we have to,
I sent him the password, the Zoom number and the password.
okay.
And the, let's see, Navi Shir will be at 8 p.m.
Nine,
His first name?
Steve Uretsky? Okay. Johnny, we're on Yud Bays, Amid Bays,
Yud Aleph.
Yud Aleph, I'm sorry, Yud Aleph, Amid Bays on the bottom. So just like we had by an animal korban, that when you shechted the korban or you did Kabbalah of the blood, you did halacha, you did zrika, and you had in mind to either eat of the korban chutz limkomo or to be maktir chutz limkomo. That was pasul vein bokores. If you had in mind to be maktir or to eat chutz lizmano, it was pigul vein bokores. Now, all of these rules apply the same way by mincha. Hakoymet is a mincha. If you do kmitza of the mincha, and you have in mind lechol shireh bachutz, to eat of the remainder of the mincha outside of the azara, or you have in mind even a kazayis mishireh bachutz, or you have in mind lahaktir koimtza bachutz, or to burn the koimets outside, or kazayis koimtza bachutz, or kazayis of the koimets bachutz, or lahaktir levonos bachutz, or to burn the spice outside. In all these cases, pasul vein bokores. The chutz limkomo machshava invalidates, but it does not create kores. However, lechol shireh lemochar, if when you do the kmitza, you have in mind to eat of the shiraim tomorrow, because a mincha is only eaten for one day. Oh, kazayis mishireh lemochar, or kazayis tomorrow, or lahaktir koimtz lemochar, or to burn the koimets tomorrow, or kazayis mikoimtz lemochar, or lahaktir levoin lemochar, or to burn the spice tomorrow. Pigul v'charim l'koris. If you eat a kazayas of this mincha, you're going to be chayv pigul. You're going to be get koris. Zeh klal. Kol hakoymetz or nosam bekli, right? When you put the koimitz in a kli shoris, or hamoilich, you walk it over to the mizbech, or hamaktir. Lechol davar shadarko lechol, to either eat something which is normally eaten, or lahaktir davar shadarko lahaktir, or to burn something that's normally burned. Chutz limkomo, not in its proper place, like chutz lazara. Posel vein bokaris. But if you did all these things chutz lizmano, tomorrow, pigul v'chadon koretz. There's a caveat. Uvavat shiakriv amater kimitzvasa. You have to complete the other avodot properly without other invalidations. And the Mishnah gives us examples of all this. Ketzad karva amater kimitzvasa. What's the example? That you had a machshavas pigul and you were makriv the various things that permit the mincha to be eaten in a proper way. So, komatz b'shtika, you did the kmitza without any kind of mashab. And then nosan b'kli, and then when you put it in the kli or hoilich or vehikter chutz lizmano, you did any of those actions with an intent to do it chutz lizmano. Oh, shekomatz chutz lizmano, you did the kmitza with an intent to do one of these avoidot, either eating or being maktir tomorrow. And nosan b'kli v'hoilich v'hiktir b'shtika, and the other ones were done properly, quietly, without any invalidating intent. O shekamatz v'nosan b'kli v'hoilich v'hiktir chutz lizmano. If you did all of them with a chutz lizmano, zeu shekar v'mater kimitzvaso. You were korev kimitzvaso, and you would get, it would be pig and you'd get kores. Ketzad loy kar v'mater kimitzvaso. What's the example where you were not makriv everything the proper way? Komatz chutz limkomo. The kmitza was done with, you were going to eat of the shiraim outside. And then nosan b'kli, you put in the kli shoris, or the hoilich, or vehiktir, chutz lizmano. So you've mixed, and the whole process wasn't done properly. Because the chutz limkomo ruins the pigul. Oh, shekamatz chutz lizmano, and nosan b'kli v'hoilich vehiktir chutz limkomo. The initial kmitza was done chutz lizmano, but the others were done chutz limkomo. Oh, shekomatz nosan b'kli v'hoilich v'hiktir chutz limkomo. You never had a chutz lizmano. In all these cases, zeu shelo kar v'mater kimitzvaso, and it would not be pigul with kores. Minchas chote or minchas knos, the sinner's mincha, or the mincha that was brought for a sota. Shekonson shelo lishma, the kmitza was done shelo lishma. And then nosan b'kli v'hoilich v'hiktir chutz lizmano. O shekomatz chutz lizmano, and nosan b'kli v'hoilich v'hiktir shelo lishma. Or shekomatz v'nosan b'kli v'hoilich v'hiktir shelo lishman, it's zeu shelo kar v'mater kimitzvos. This doesn't create pigul, even though there's a little bit of chutz lizmano, but it was ruined by the invalid machshavas that you had during the other avodot. Now, if during kmitza you had in mind lechol kazayis b'chutz, kazayis l'mochar, you had a machshava to eat a kazayis outside and tomorrow, or kazayis l'mochar, kazayis b'chutz, or you had an intent to eat tomorrow and outside, or kachatzi zayis b'chutz, kachatzi zayis l'mochar, or kachatzi zayis l'mochar, kachatzi zayis b'chutz, posel vein b'koris. It's not mitzdaref. One is chutz lizmana, one is chutz limkomo. Rav Yehuda zeh klal. He argues with the Tanakama. In machshavas hazman kodma machshavas hamokom. If he had a thought kazayis lamoch kazayis bachutz, that would be pigul. Pigul v'chalakah, because we don't care about the second intent. The first intent sticks, and that's it. And since he had an intent of chutz lizmano, that's what worked. But in machshavas hamokom kodma machshavas hazman, posel vein bokaris. The Chachamim no zev is a posel vein bokaris. The Tanakam, the The end just reiterates the Tanakama that if you have a combination, it's not going to be pigul. Iboilahu. L'divrei ha'omer. Yesterday we had a discussion. What if between the Kmitza and the Haktorah, the Mincha became deficient? So according to the Mandor Shiraim Shechosr Ben Kmitza Laktor Maktir Koimitz Alein, you would still be able to throw the Kmitza on the fire. The Kaimelan the Oisun Shira Masr Bachila. You're allowed to do the Kmitza, but you're still not allowed to eat the Shiraim. Mao de Disani Le'Aktorah, in that case, if you threw the Kmitza on the fire, would that create lemikvinu bepigul if you had a machshavas chutz l'zmano and v'lavkinu midei me'ila? And normally, once you throw the kmitza on the fire, there's no more me'ila. You can benefit from it. So does that work? Am Ravuna. Afilu Rabbi Kiva Dama Zriko Melas Liotze. When you have an animal korban and you take the meat outside the azara, so there's a machlokas whether if you do the zrika, it's mechaper. Rabbi Kiva holds that zrika it works even though some of the meat was taken out. But hani miliyotze, the isbeine, fine. The meat was taken out of the azara, but it's still completely intact. Upasul machmos davar acheru. It's not a psul in the goof of the item. It's a psul because of yotze. Aval chisaron, but when the korban becomes deficient, the psul of the gufu, it's a psul in the goof of the korban. Lamani leaktar. Maybe even Rabbi Kiva will hold that the throwing the kmitza will help. Armalei Rav Adirab. Afil Rabbi Lezer Domer Ein Zrikum Elas Liotze. The Baal Plukt of Rabbi Kiva, who is Rabbi Eliezer, who says that if meat is taken out, the zrika is not helpful. Hanim miliyotze, the lesse bifnim. The place to do korbanos is the azar. This is outside the azar. But chisaron, a mincha that became deficient, well, the issa bifnim, it remained in the azar. Maybe a hanile aktorah. Maybe throwing the kmitza will work. Amarava, Mana Minala, that the kmitza will work. It will, if you had a chutz l'zmano machshava during any of the avodot, it would become pigul, and there's no more me'ila. There's not. Hakoy mitzvah mincha lechol shira b'chutz. You did kmitza and you had in mind to eat the shiraim outside. O kezayis mishira b'chutz. You notice the Mishnah added another example. A kezayis. V'tani Rab Chia hakoy mitzvah mincha. In Rab Chia's baraisa, lo tani o kezayis. It only said lechol shiraya b'chutz. It didn't add o kezayis. Now Rava learned something from that. My time lo tani o kezayis. Why did Rav Chia not, in his baraisa, have an option of o kezayis? Isn't it lav kagon shachasru shraim v'kamal lo kezayis? Because maybe he's talking about a case where the mincha became so deficient it was only a kezayis. The kiven de b'matan kli behiluch v'aktor lo mastile. He mentioned all the various avodot that you could have a machshavas pigul, hiluch, and matan kli. So, o kezayis hashirayim. You couldn't be kmitza nami lechol shrem lotani o kezayis. Since he couldn't mention those by those cases, he doesn't mention the big kmitza, even though in kmitza it could be a possibility. Uktani seifa pigul v'chadav kares. Yet even though, so it became deficient, it was pigul. Alma mahanya le'aktar. Rava wants to prove from there that throwing the kmitza even on a deficient mincha will work. Armalei Abaya disagrees. Lo. Perhaps Hamani Rabbi Elazar. Maybe the baraisa that you quoted in the name of Rav Chia is really Rabbi Elazar. This nan. Hakoy mates the kmitza or the lavon of the spice, vaktoiris. which is burnt on the mizbeach. Uminchas kohanim, which is also burnt. Uminchas korban mashich, which is also burnt. Uminchas esachim, wine libations, which are burnt. Shehikriv me'achas men kazayis b'chutz. If you were makriv a kazayis of anything outside, you're chayiv koris for haktor b'chutz. Rabbi Elazar potat sheyakriv is kulo. Rabbi Elazar says kazayis is not enough. You have to be makriv the whole thing. Kivin the baktoris k'nei lo masle all kazayis mikum tzabachotz. B'shrayim nami lo masle all kazayis. It can't be a kazayis because Rabbi Elazar holds it's got to be the whole thing. So he doesn't mention it anywhere. The Gemara doesn't accept this. I Rabbi Elazar, hi lahaktir kumtza. It wouldn't say lahaktir kumtza. It would say lahaktir kumtza levanosim boiler. You need both. It's not. Hakoy mates v'halavana. The kmitz and the spice. Shehikriv es echad mehen bachutz. So you have to throw both of them in order to be able to eat the shiraim of the mincha. But this Mishnah says that being makriv just one of them outside, you're chayiv. Rabbi Elazar poter at shiakriv shneiim. Rabbi Elazar says, since in order to eat the shirayim, you have to burn both of them. For hakrava b'chutz, you need to do both of them. So loy nitzrach the chiddush is elakoyim the minchas choyte, where there's no lavona. So there, Rabbi Elazar would agree that it would create pigul just by the kmitza. The Tana is teaching me this arcane, detailed case about just the koimitz the minchas choyte. Gemara says in. And it's not Rabbi Chia. So Rava's proof didn't work. And in fact, Hadar Amar Rava. Rava went back on what he said before. Lav milsa hidami. That which I said, that if you have a Mishnah that became deficient, and then you do Aktara, it can create pigul and it removes Me'ila. It's not so. The Tanya. By the offering the spice before the lechem aponim, it says kodesh kadoshim hi. Shim nifasa achas me'an chaleisea. If one of the lechem aponim is broke, kulan psulos, you got to get rid of all of them. But hayotzes, hani deike gavoy ksherus, only the one that was taken out would be possible, but the ones that remain are not possible. And yet, man shamis leidomer zriko melas liotse. You have to throw the lavona. But even though some of it, the lechem aponim was taken out, the zrika of the kmitza helped. That's Rabbi Kiva. And yet the karma nifras low. But just if it became deficient, it would not be. So therefore, Yotze is one thing, but becoming deficient is another thing. Rabbi Kiva would hold that the zrik of the kmitza would not help. Again, Amalei Abai doesn't accept it. Miktoni hayotzes doesn't say we are being medayek from nifrasa this way. Yotze this way. No. Maybe dilma hanitmes hanach kshevis. Maybe the opposite case of nifrasa would be not yotze, but if it became tummy. That if one of the loaves became tummy, the other loaves are okay. Why? My time at the Maratz it sits. The Kohen Gadol wears it sits, which gives atonement for things that become tummy. Aval yotze slow, but there's no cure for yotze. And rather, Rabbi Eliezer the Omer ain't zrika muelas liyotze, and that doing zrika for something that was taken out doesn't work. Uvidinu di boilin misli nami yotzes. And the Mishnah could have talked about yotzes, not just about becoming deficient. Hi diktani nifrasa, that it became deficient. Hakamashran dafilu nifrasa. The Issa bifnim. It's in the Azara. Lo ma'ani le'aktara. Aval Rabbi Kiva, doma zrika me'elas liyotze, afilu chisor nami ma'ani le'aktara. But for Rabbi Kiva, who says by animal korbanos the zrika will work, so chisor nami would also work by lechem aponim. Mishnah. Now, lechol kachachatzi zayis. A person has in mind to eat half a kazayis of the shiraim, or lahaktir kachatzi zayis. and he has a mind to burn half a kazayis chutz lizmano. Now, human eating and the mizbeach eating are two different kinds of things. So that's why they're not mitzaref to create pigul. Therefore, the korban is kosher. She'ein achila v'haktar mitzarfin. Human eating and burning something where the mizbech is eating, it's not mitzaref. Taima delechol lahaktir. Halechol leechol dover she'ein darko lechol. But if you had a mind to eat half a kazayas of something that is eaten, and you have a mind to eat something that is normally not eaten. For example, we don't eat the lavona. Woodwork. And there would be its starfus to make pickle, because they're both human eating. But v'haktani reisha lechol dover shadarko lechol lahaktir, dover shadarko lahaktir. The earlier Mishnah talked about eating something which is normally eaten, or burning something which is normally burned, which is only dover shadarko lechol in, she'ein darko lechol lo. And based on that, Montana, who would our Mishnah be, would seem to imply, based on our diuk, that eating something that's not normally eaten, like the lavona, would still be mitzarf with eating the shirai. Om Rav Yirmiyah Hamani Rav Eliezer. Do Omar machashvin machilas odom lachilas mizbeach. According to Rav Eliezer, human consumption and the mizbeach consuming is the same thing. U'machilas mizbeach lachilas odom. This is not. Hakomit is a mincha. Someone does the kmitz and he has in mind lechol dover shein darko lechol, to eat, let's say the lavona, chutz lizman, or the kmitza, which is also burnt. You don't eat it. Or lahaktir dover shein darko lahaktir, or to burn something that's normally not burnt, like the shirayim. So kosher, it does not create pickle. But Rabbi Eliezer poisel. Rabbi Eliezer holds these things do cause pickle because it doesn't make a difference whether it's human consumption or mizbech consuming it. So perhaps our Mishnah is Rabbi Eliezer. Abayu Amar no afilu teim Rabbanon. You could say our Mishnah that we just learned is the Rabbanon, not Rabbi Eliezer. Lo tema, and don't learn that we were trying to learn to be medayik that halaechol v'lechol davar shein darko lechol would be mitzdarif ela ema halaechol v'lechol davar shedarko lechol. He's going to eat two of it. He's going to have in mind chatzi zayis shirayim. Chatzi zayis more shirayim. Well, why would that be a chiddush? My kamashmalon. Habadektani lo lechol kazayis bachutz, kazayis lamochar, or kazayis lamochar, kazayis bachutz, or kachatzi zayis bachutz, or kachatzi zayis lamochar, kachatzi zayis lamochar, kachatzi zayis bachutz, posel vein bakaris. So it doesn't. There is its starfus. So what's the big chiddush that you read it in our Mishnah again? Why did our Mishnah have to repeat it? Okay, so that we'll answer tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll learn at 8 o'clock.
8? Okay.
8 p.m.
Uh,
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Okay, see you